Tonight's bedtime story is Cinderella and the Fairy Dogfather. Hello, I'm Emily Elizabeth, and this is Clifford, my big red dog. Every night we cuddle up and my dad tells us a story. My dad loves making Clifford and me the stars of the story. Tonight we're reading Cinderella. Once upon a time, a young prince moved to a new village. He wanted to make friends, so he invited all the villagers to a ball at his castle. The invitation said that the villagers should wear their fanciest clothes to meet the prince. At the ball, there would be dancing, games, and yummy food. All the villagers were excited, but a girl named Cinderella was sad. Everyone would be at the ball. Everyone except for her. You see, Cinderella didn't have a fancy dress to wear or a carriage to take her to the ball. That meant there was no way she could go. As Cinderella imagined how much fun she would have had at the ball, and how nice it would have been to make a new friend, a big red dog suddenly appeared. His name was Clifford, and he explained that he was Cinderella's fairy dogfather. With a wave of his magic wand, Clifford made Cinderella a beautiful dress to wear, though it was a little slobbery. Clifford waved his wand again and turned a pumpkin into a beautiful carriage. He changed some mice into horses and a frog into a driver, too. At last, Cinderella had a way to get to the ball so she could become one of the prince's new friends. But there was no time to lose. Clifford's spell would only last until midnight. Uh-oh! Crack! Clifford changed his collar into a fancy bow tie. If the carriage couldn't take Cinderella to the castle, he would take her there himself. Soon, Cinderella made her grand entrance at the ball. Clifford made an entrance too. Clifford and Cinderella met the prince and said thank you for inviting them. The prince was very nice. He had never seen such a big red dog before. He really liked Clifford's giant bow tie and Cinderella's sparkly dress. As they talked, the band struck up the music. Cinderella was the first to hit the dance floor, showing off her best moves. Clifford sang along to every tune. They played games next. Clifford loved musical chairs. Clifford won every round, but the prince didn't mind. He and Cinderella thought Clifford was very funny. Next, it was time for dinner. The prince's servants had cooked up the tastiest foods from all over the world. Clifford had quite a big appetite, but Cinderella saved the prince a tasty treat to share. Cinderella and her fairy dogfather were having so much fun, they lost track of the time. It was nearing midnight. They had to get home quickly, or the spell would wear off. Cinderella's fancy dress turned into a tattered old dress again. Clifford and Cinderella left in a big hurry. There wasn't even time to say goodbye to the prince. Clifford galloped home with Cinderella on his back. They arrived home just after midnight, but something was wrong. In all the hurry to get back, Cinderella had lost her slipper. Clifford ran right back to the castle to get it, Luckily, he was very good at fetch. When Clifford returned, though, he had brought the prince back with him. Cinderella was nervous. The prince had met a fancy girl at the ball. Would he still want to be her friend if she was dressed in rags? Cinderella didn't have to worry. The prince liked Cinderella's sparkly dress. It was true. But he also liked her silly dance moves, the fun they had playing musical chairs, and her kindness in sharing the last slice of cake with him. And the prince really liked her fairy dog father, Clifford. That night, Cinderella had made a true friend. Well, 2 true friends. The end. Join me again tomorrow night for another adventure. Good night.